Hello guys, thank you so much for tuning into my channel yet once again. I am back with another video, you guys, and today I wanted to talk to you guys about your interest in moving to Houston, and preferably, all of my opinions and my thoughts and facts about living in Houston. So as you guys know, if you are a subscriber to my channel or if you've watched any of my videos before, you've heard me once state that I am from Houston, born and raised. So for those of you that do not know, I am from Houston, born and raised, okay? So I am generally from the north side of Houston. There's so many different areas, you guys, that is within the Houston, Texas, okay? So of course you have a north side, you have a south side, you have an east side, and then you have like the southwest or the west side or whatever, southeast, northeast, whatever. So just because you are from an area, you guys, does not mean that you know everything about that area, or it does not mean that you have to stay in that area. So I'm from the north side, but I actually now reside on the south side, okay? So I've been over here for a few years now, you guys, and I absolutely love it. I love the north side and I love the south side. There are many differences where I will try to get into all of those, okay? So I would like to mention this because I've heard people talk about this before. So there is a good side of town, there is a bad side of town, okay? Just because you are from the north side of town does not mean that it is a bad side of town, okay? So on the north side, you have the hood and then you have the suburbs. And that is pretty much everywhere you go. It's just like, okay, if you're from the south side, the hood, and then, right down the street, there's Pearland. So it's kind of like, it's different areas in each part of town, okay? So it's gonna always be a good side and there's always gonna be a bad side. But in my opinion, whatever is best for you is best for you, because I'm not gonna say, oh, Pearland is like the best area to live, or Spring is the best area to live. It just depends on the person, what their expectations are, what their standards are, what they like, what they don't like, and things like that. So it's many different areas, you guys. The most popular or familiar areas, I will just get into that real quick. So on the north side, you guys, you have Spring, Texas, you have the Woodlands area, you have Humble area. You also have Channelview, you have the east side, okay? And then on the south side, you guys, you have Sugarland, you have Pearland, you have South Park, you have Third Ward. Oh, and in the north side, you have Fifth Ward, and then you have like Homestead, and then you have Tidwell, and then you have all of these areas, okay? And so back to the south side, so then you have, like Cullen, and then you have MLK, and so you have all of these areas, you guys. And then when you go to the west, you have, you have the south side, then you have the southwest side, you have the southeast side, you have West Park, okay? You have Katy, and this is like kind of Memorial area towards, Memorial City Mall and things like that. And I will definitely get into like all of the malls and stuff, but I'm just kind of giving you guys an idea of the different parts of Houston. So I know there's a lot that I missed. I'm not going to get into every single part of Houston, but Houston is fairly big, okay? So that's why people say everything is big in Texas. Houston is really, really big, okay? So there is a lot of different malls, you guys. So as I just stated, they have Memorial City Mall, okay? So then they have Deerbrook Mall, they have Baybrook Mall, they have the Galleria, which is like one of our really biggest malls. They have the Town and Country Mall, they have the Pearland Town Center, which is just like a shopping center, but it has pretty much all the good stores that are inside the malls. They have Greens Point Mall, and they have the Woodlands Mall. Now, I'm not sure if I am missing one or two. If I am, you guys can comment down below. But those are typically all of the malls that I have been to, okay? So you guys, we have many good restaurants. I'm actually going to make a totally different video on this. So if you guys are interested, just stay tuned and watch that video after this one. So there's a lot of good restaurants, you guys, like really popular places that has really good food. One thing I can say about Houston is that we're very cultural, okay? So we have so many different restaurants that you guys can eat at, depending upon your preference, again, and what you like. We have really good Mexican restaurants. We have Indian restaurants. We have Mediterranean grills, you guys. We have really good seafood spots, okay? We have good barbecue places and just really good American grills or American restaurants with, you know, all types of foods that you can try. Okay, so there's so many different bars and clubs that you guys can go to as well. A few of my favorite places to go to are, you know, things that I'm interested in. I would say, you know, like Top Golf. We have really nice movie theaters here. Dave & Buster's is one of my favorite places, you guys. They have pool halls. They have different little bowling places that you can go to, like Lucky Strike and, you know, things like that. We have a lot of staple places here, you guys, okay? So like when we have events or like concerts and stuff like that, typically they're at the Toyota Center or at the Woodlands Pavilion. We've had some events here at the House of Blues. And then there's so many different other places too. There's one, it's kind of over on the south side of Houston, but I can't think of the name right now. But we have so many different events, you guys, so much stuff going on. But with everything that's going on right now, it's kind of like died down, but it's trying to get back, you know, trying to get back as it usually is. But so yeah, so then we have like a lot of clubs, you guys. We have so many bars. If you guys are interested in that, I can actually make a separate video on that if you want me to. But if you just look on Yelp, you can find so many different things. Like there's Caribbean places, Jamaican places, country clubs, hip hop bars, you know, mixed African house music, and etc. All of these types of places, you guys, we have restaurants within those fields, okay? So if you're looking for a really good Caribbean restaurant, you can find one of those. Jamaican restaurant, you know, all of that stuff. Even restaurants that will, you know, wine and dine you and still play hip-hop music, okay? So it's just so many different places that we have available to everyone. So then I want to talk about our Southern hospitality, you guys, okay? Here is different from some other places, okay, because I've been to New York before. I've been to places where it's just totally different because here we have that Southern hospitality. For example, if you're just walking somewhere and you look like you're lost, somebody will be like, hey, you need help, you know, are you looking for something? Can I help you find something or whatever? Me in general, I don't really do that, but I am friendly and I will speak, you know. So that's another thing. In New York, people don't do that. They don't speak. They bump into you. They don't say, excuse me, just all of those things, okay? But here, if someone bumps into you, they will say, excuse me. People will speak, hey, how are you doing? You know, good morning. You know, it's just a thing. And that was just something that I was taught as a child. You know, you speak to your elders. You say, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. And these things are really important here in Houston. Again, it's Southern hospitality. I think other places that are like that would be like Louisiana. I think Atlanta is kind of like that. Just a few different places, you guys, that are like that I've been to. I can't think of any right off the bat, but definitely those. Okay, so moving right along, you guys, it is a very, very, very affordable to live here in Houston. I know that because you guys are watching this video, you're probably interested in moving here. It is very affordable, okay? Now, once again, it's up to you. It's your preference and your liking. There are apartment complexes or places that you can live in for like $500. Generally speaking, you do get what you pay for. I've learned my lesson. My first apartment was horrible, okay, and it was really, really cheap. So again, you get what you pay for, but there are apartment complexes that are $500, or you could do roommates with someone, you know, and just kind of split the bill down the middle, however you guys want to do that. The houses are reasonable. You just have to be ready and prepared and be mindful of the taxes and all of that stuff that comes with it. I myself am wanting to get a house real soon here, but there's a few things that I've been having to work on, and not only that, it's pretty pricey, so you just have to be mindful. Just prepare yourself for, you know, everything, and just make sure you know what you're getting yourself into. Areas that I would say are expensive is like downtown area, excuse me, Katy, maybe Pearland, the Woodlands area, like for example, maybe Spring, and some places would be like a little bit cheaper. Greens Point area is really cheap, but I don't know if you guys would want to live there. You would have to like look it up and see again what your interests are, what you like and what you don't like. So a lot of people move here too because we have really good job opportunities. We have really good colleges here, also really good schools in general. Myself, I graduated from U of H downtown, so that is one of the colleges here. We also have just U of H, and then we have TSU, and then we have a few community colleges as well. We have the Art Institute, we have North Harris College, in which I've been there before. We have HCC, so it's many different, you know, schools that you guys can choose. Also, within the jobs that you're looking for, I would suggest before you move here, you guys, is that you try to, you know, apply for jobs or look for jobs that are hiring, so that way you will already have something lined up. If you can do interviews from where you live right now within like maybe Zoom or FaceTime, or you know, things like that, you know, where you don't have to actually just come here and do the interview and then go back home if you don't get the job. That would really suck. It would be good to kind of have something lined up if you could. But there's so many different job opportunities, you guys, and I'm sure you guys will be able to find something. So let's talk about the freeways, you guys. So I've mentioned that Houston is so big. We have 610 freeway, we have I-10 freeway, we have 45 freeway, we have 288 freeway, we have the Beltway, and we have the Hardy Toll Road. And the Beltway and the Hardy Toll Road, you guys, are roads where you basically have to pay in order to use them. Sometimes when you get on, you have to pay. Sometimes you don't have to pay. It just depends, I guess, what area you get on it. And then they have the Easy Tag, where you get one of these stickers you can put in your car, and then you just put money on your sticker, and then you can ride it, you know, without having to stop and pay for the toll. 45 freeway is the most horrible freeway in the world. It's always freaking traffic. There's always something going on, a car accident or something. I don't know. If it's raining, it's gonna be traffic, okay? So just be mindful of that. 59 freeway, one that I did not mention, that freeway always has police cars sitting waiting for somebody to be speeding so they could get pulled over, okay? Okay. Also, the Beltway, be mindful of that too. So these are just some things that I kind of wanted to talk about. If you're wanting to move to Houston, or if you already live in Houston and you just, you know, kind of wanted to get a little bit of more information about it. That is pretty much it. I hope you guys like this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to my channel, you guys, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. Peace.